Welcome back to another Commercial Trucking Chronicles. I'm your boy Swizzy. I'm back with another video. Um, let's just get right into it. First of all, I want to give a disclaimer that nothing is financial advice on this channel, in case I do start discussing some finance instruments and things of that nature, because they're financial instruments. I mean, if I start talking about finances, then I'm talking about a financial financial instrument. So, all right, let's get into this, right? Oh, put the kids away. Yeah, don't let the kids hear none of this. Don't be able to let the kids gotta go. So right now, I'm here. Well, I was up to here. You know, you have it up to here. I had it up to here, and then it got up, and it was going up. So I'm like, damn, again, right? I don't know what it is with these kids. I would say that these kids, and I didn't say put my business out there, but raise, if you're raising boys, if you know what I'm saying, you got boys you gotta raise. You know what I'm saying? I raise my kids, you know what I'm saying, my daughters and my sons and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I got 2 boys and 2 girls. So my youngest is like, I know he's a little dude, and he's a little, got a lot of bark, but he got a lot of heart too. He's got a lot of heart. Little nigga guy have a lot of heart. He try to get up in my face, and that was some years ago when he was young. He done turned 20 now. You know what I'm saying? So, he ain't no, he ain't no little, he's a little, light in his, you know what I'm saying, ass type, you know what I'm saying, if you ask me, because with this old man strength, if I put my hands around his neck like I want to, but that's not how I'm raising him. You see what I'm saying? But I know iron sharpens iron, and my oldest son, he's like, Dad, let me talk to him, and I get it, but he don't want to talk to him. He wants to give it to him. Like, when he say I'll talk to him, my oldest son don't play. So, and I'm just feeling like, I get tired of, you know what I'm saying, having to get to a point with the boys. So, it's just one of them things that, I'm like, I'm home every day. I miss being out on the road. I miss being in my own truck. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I miss just being able to, like, all right, where I'm gonna shut it down at, or what hotel I'm checking into. And I miss being able, they say you get homesick. Well, you know what I'm saying, my home away from home, which is the Hilton, because I'm always in the Hilton. I don't sleep in the truck very often at all. So I will, check in, because it's a day cab. So if I'm going to be out overnight, I'm going to definitely check into a hotel. So that's my thing. I miss kind of doing that and getting the points, enjoying, the end of the day, winding down. And you see what I'm saying? I miss it, because I know I was, getting up to go get this money and take care of, what I got to take care of back home in the business and stuff like that. So, I've noticed that, since I transitioned to, from not just being home, because I was running local and coming home with my own truck. So, you know what I'm saying? But just, I've noticed that since I've had to, kind of come off the road, take a local job, take a, take a cut in the pay, and things like that. It's just other things become more frequent now that I'm home, and it's like, why do I gotta be subjected to this disrespect? You're growing up, you need to grow up and grow up with some respect, you know what I'm saying, and appreciation. So, but that you know what I'm saying, these are tough nails that these young boys have to chew when they living in somebody's house. Even if, I mean, you living in my house, you staying with daddy. You've always been here, right? I've always had you under my wing, and so he ain't never been away from home on no penitentiary, nothing. And he's never been anywhere but to and from at the house, and whatever, school, work, home, church, vacation if he came with us and stuff, sports, whatever he do. He didn't run the streets, and these kids now, like I say, he's 20, so he's just up there. And I want to get back on the road because I feel like if I don't get out the house, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna really physically get into it, because he's always had a little mouth. He's always got his little, but I'm just getting tired of that. I'm getting tired of being a little more too, comfortable doing it. And I know somebody saying, man, I'll yoke that little, let me handle him. Same thing my son's saying. Dad, let me talk to him. And I let his kid. I don't already put my hands on him when he was a little younger, you know what I'm saying, and yoked him. Like yoked him. And he went straight in his room. And it's like he stayed in his room for months after that. He still stayed in his room now. It's been some years probably. Like, he comes in and out, but he just, of course, he don't want to interact with nobody, not his sisters, not me, so, not his brother, so now he mad. I think that's what it is, but that's the thing about it, man. It's like a tough nail he's chewing on. He's to just spit that out and stop damn, causing so much pain on himself, because I be wanting to just, I let him go. I let him go with it, and most of the time, he don't get crazy like that at all. He just is. He's a Gemini. He's got two sides. I understand it, so I give him his space. I love him. But then there's times when he can say stuff out of his daggone mouth, and I just be having to kind of look at him like, you're bugged out, kid. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Now, I've been making sacrifices. I've been home. And there's times I'm like, man, screw all this. I want to go on the road. But, get off the road, home every day, work local, able to go to doctor's appointments. I was going to get my dentist work done. Still got teeth they got to straighten out, and they just gotta work on some stuff. But I'm like, man, all of this I'm doing, I want to get certain things done. Then after, like, especially my health, right? Doctor's appointments and my teeth, especially. Like, can't make many dental appointments and show up when you driving across country. So that was one of my main reasons. One of the that I decided, let me come off the road so I can go to the doctors and to the dentist. But then, when I shut the company down, but I didn't want to go back on the road. And I was actually driving regional. And I was like, dang, man. Now, I kind of miss it. Because I only got to be home over the weekends, So, I don't know. What do you think about that, man? I mean, it shouldn't be that I got to deal with, now. And I'm saying, like, I want to leave the country. I'm ready to leave and get away, for real. I'm ready to leave the country. I just got a vacation, so I'm ready to leave, and remotely, if I'm able to do it, make some moves, you know, and I know I can do it. I can do anything I put my mind to. If there's somebody that I know that can do anything they put their mind to, it's the guy right here in front of this daggone camera or this phone, right? Because I've already, you know, I've done outperformed some of my own expectations of what plans I may have made, or may or may not have made, or set out to achieve. I've overachieved what I might have set out to achieve. And it's like, wow, I'll have people tell me, "You're successful. You're successful." So I won't not give it my all, and that's if I were in a situation somewhere I know I can set myself up like that. Shoot, that's probably gonna be easier done. It'll probably be easier done today with all the technology and everything, right? And I can get out of here, get the freak away from mofo. See, is that true? I said put the kids away, but still try to keep it clean. But I don't have time. I have very little tolerance for very little tolerance for any of the bullshit. Because like I said, I was here. No, it's up here, and I'm like, man. So I don't want to add any unnecessary strife to anyone. All right. So it might be a good idea to just start looking for some other. Well, I say this. I mean, as far as the money is concerned, because if I'm going to start talking about, making some money and trucking and being local and stuff like that, right? If I focus more on remote work, then I don't give a damn about trucking or driving no more, because I can work from wherever I'm at, or I can make money from wherever I'm at remotely, just using artificial intelligence. So I think I'm going to do something like that. I'm going to start focusing on that. So a little bit more. I do know some things, but I have to try to execute them and stuff, and see what happens. See how the returns are looking. If that's something that you're curious about or interested in, and then, well, stay tuned. Just tune in, and I'll get back to you. You know me. I will share the information. I have no problem telling you the newest, the newest trend of, financial opportunities and stuff. So it's been a long day. I've been up since 4. I gotta get up. Oh no, today's Friday, tomorrow Saturday. It's been a long week, but been up since 4 this morning, doing a lot of driving, at least about 300 to 400 miles a day. So yeah. And don't get me wrong, I do love I love to do the trucking thing. I enjoy it, especially site work and stuff like that. It's right up my alley. Sometimes I want to get out and grab the daggone. Well, I ain't driving no shovel on. But I see other people on certain sites where I'm working, and I was be a bricklayer, so sometimes I be wanting to go over there and lay some bricks or something, do some stone work. And I don't want to do the concrete. I see guys doing concrete. I ain't messing my knees up, bending down like that. None of that. But the bricks, I'll go lay them, or joint off the wall or something. Brush it all down real nice. Yeah. So, but yeah, I see. I'm gonna see about. I need to see about the remote work, and I need to see about. There's my son. That looks like his car just drove by. Some of that remote work, so that I can maybe get a flight ticket somewhere that I would love to visit, that I've always loved to visit, that I would like to visit. Go there, see how it is, stay for maybe for a month or so, depends. Because I know it's pretty cheap. It's fairly cheap to stay from month to month, so I need to look into that. Month to month to get a place is not pretty much more than probably 1 week's paycheck. And of course, I would have that when I'm traveling, and then other monies as well. But but that would solidify a temporary housing, and then we'll see how the remote money comes in, and but how much that can carry me, So I need to see if I can get the remote money generated before I do the traveling. But I need to look into the temporary housing. Then after that, the only thing to do is just get the money together and get all the travel arrangements and the credentials together, and then and go, right? I can always come back here. I ain't burning no bridges, so that's not a bad thing. So, all right, well, that's it, man. I'm tired, man. I got bags under my eyes. I'm getting tired. I'm getting up early. The sun's getting ready to set. Sometimes it's just peaceful to sit and think about things. I like to write stuff down. I'm telling you, you got to have a vision board. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. Next week, this up and coming week, is going to be the crypto week. It starts next week. Today's Friday, July the 11th, 7/11. Crypto week starts next week. This is going to be the first crypto week that the country has seen. This is historic, and I expect to see some fireworks in the crypto markets. So look forward to it. XRP doing awesome. Bitcoin's way up right now. None of this is financial advice. It's just me just kind of giving you the trending things that's going on in financial of these different financial vehicles. You know what I'm saying? Because we will, we look at how we're gonna make some money to get out of the rat race, to retire early, be able to kind of maybe even reach financial freedom, or even remotely just make some money and utilize some of these ideas, some of this artificial intelligence and stuff, some of AI's ideas. AI give you an idea how to become financially free. Just go up there and ask Grok, hey Grok, how do I become financially free? I bet you Grok will tell you. And you just gotta do it. It might tell you, pack your bags, leave the United States, and you're good. You'll be free. You'll be free from bondage, and then you'll be financially free. Because then any financial, whatever you get going on will be enough to carry you. I'm your boys. If you like it, I'm your boy. I got it for you. I'm like, damn, he was right. I'm packing my bags. I'm about to lock in. I'll see you later. Catch you on the next one. Peace.